All the rage on drones lately has been on DJI's Mavic Pro and its impressive list of features and portability. But this does come at a high price, currently at a whopping $1,500 in Canada to be exact. So what about those of us who don't want to spend that much or just want to get their feet wet in the drone world to first see if they want to take the hobby seriously? Or those of us who just want something even more portable? This SKEYE Nano 2 FPV by TRNDlabs is probably one of the smallest full-feature drones on the market, and today we'll see if this is the best starter drone for the everyday average user. What's going on, bros and girls? Today I'll be doing a full review of this TRNDlabs SKEYE Nano 2 FPV drone. I'm really excited to look at this drone because it's by far the smallest drone I've ever used, and it's marketed to be both the smallest and one of the most affordable selfie drones out there. And speaking of price, for the best pricing and availability, I've included some links for you down below. I do want to note though that for a limited time I have a discount code that gives you a discount on both the official TRNDlabs website and on Amazon for 15% off this drone. And unless I'm able to get it extended, it's only good for the next 4 days. Also, I just found out that TRNDlabs just released their flagship drone, the Spectre, which I'll also link below, and if you do want to see me do a comparison with one of their smallest and largest drones, or any other drone comparison for that matter, let me know what drones you want to see and I'll try to get it up for you guys. Also, be sure to smash that like button now that I'm back in the YouTube game after my hiatus. I do want to gauge how you guys think I'm doing after all this time. But for all my new viewers, for all my reviews, which are always unbiased, we start with any cons and leave off on a good note with the pros. So the only con I found is actually a bit excusable considering its extremely small size and weight, and it is the outdoor stability. Any draft of wind will set the Nano 2 off course and you will have to correct it with your flying skills. I do say this is somewhat excusable because the drone is actually only 17 grams, and it measures a tiny 4x4 by approximately 2.2 centimeters. So I believe any drone that small will be taken out by outdoor winds. Before I get to the pros, I just want to touch on one thing that is neither a pro nor a con, and that's battery life. This drone gives you about 3 minutes of flight time, 5 if you're lucky, which doesn't seem like much, but it only takes just over 10 minutes to recharge, which is much quicker than the 30 minutes it states in the user guide. Considering again the fact that TRNDlabs were aiming to keep this drone as light as possible, a big heavy battery was never in the books for this drone, so to me, the battery life is justified. Speaking of size, now onto the pros, the first being the easy portability of the Nano 2. Bigger is not always better, and like the name suggests, this thing is a wee little nano-sized machine. I was actually surprised when I first opened the box just how small the drone was. Unless your hands are massive banana batch hands, it's literally the length of one finger. To those who thought the Mavic had good portability, this will make the Mavic feel like you're carrying a jumbo jet in your backpack. The next pro is design and build quality. I love the fact that you can easily integrate and store your Nano 2 within the actual remote, and also that the remote itself is super portable too. As you can see, the handles are collapsible, and if you only want to use the remote to control the Nano 2, you can easily remove this top piece and store it away. And even though the remote is pretty lightweight too, it feels solid in the hand without any creaking or loose dangly parts. With the drone itself, the propeller guards were a nice touch, and that too is easy to install and remove. Even without the guards though, I did crash a drone pretty hard a few times, as well as a lot of times with the guards on, and it still feels and handles good as new. The only marks on it after all these kamikaze landings are a few nicks on the props, as well as some faint grass stains. Lastly, the drone's lights are very visible and well designed in such a way you'll always know which way's forward, and it makes it pretty easy to fly at night. Last pro I want to touch on is the feature set. This drone has Wi-Fi for both controlling the drone as well as providing first-person view, including a true FPV with the use of TRNDlabs Iris VR goggles. I have found though I was able to use it with my Samsung Gear VR with just a little fiddling around. And if you don't have a phone, you can just use the included remote for all your controls, and I actually found the remote to be a much more intuitive way of piloting, and the drone was much easier to control. The Nano 2 also features an HD 720p camera, though I've experienced drones that have better implementations of these features, such as farther Wi-Fi range, a cleaner FPV, as well as a sharper, stabilized camera, these drones were much more expensive. The fact that all these features are packed into a super tiny size at a very affordable price with this Nano 2 definitely makes this a big pro in my book. So all in all, I'm extremely impressed with this drone, especially the bang for the buck in such a small package. In my opinion, yes, I do really think this is one of the best starter drones in the market right now. You can take it just about anywhere, it's easy to fly, especially with the included remote, and if you do happen to crash, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. So if you do want this drone for yourself, as I said, there's links below for some of the best prices. So I hope you guys all enjoyed my full review of the TRNDlabs Nano 2 FPV drone. I'm thinking of doing a drone shootout showcasing the different types of drones out there, so be sure to let me know in the comments if you want to see this, and what drones you want to see. I'll try to get a hold of as many as I can in addition to the ones I already own. And any questions my subscribers know, I always try to answer each and every one of you, so feel free to ask me anything. So if you did enjoy this video, please thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and share this video with your baby pterodactyl. Until next time, YouTube, peace!